One of my favorite parts of this kayak is the very front has a lot of open storage. You can fit a cooler in there, maybe bring some drinks, bag of clothes in case you're camping, maybe even a personal diary. What's up, guys? So I've been looking on Craigslist for super cheap goods, like the good goods. A guy gave me a call. I'm not sure how legal they are in Alabama, but he gave me a call, told me to meet him in the deep south. We got up, drove 3 hours. Goods like this are worth traveling for. It's kind of a sketchy area. I'm not sure if we're allowed to be here right now. You know, coronavirus stuff is kind of weird, but yeah, we're gonna keep it super low key under the table. I'm gonna be looking around, not gonna be looking at the camera a lot today. From what I've heard, most deals like this get busted. A lot of undercover people are around here. Who knows though? Not the best looking neighborhood. I think this is his grandparents' house or something. Set behind a wooden fence, so this is the only wooden fence I see. Oh my gosh. I guess they have a sweet dog. Oh my goodness. Are you good, Mr. Under the Table guy?
I am. Are you the Dink Master?
Who's asking?
Mr. Good Under the Table.
I am. Is there any way I could see the product?
Not until you show me the money first.
You sure?
Positive. My rules.
What we agreed upon.
Okay, alright.
Well,
like the way you do business.
Straight shooter, can we see it now?
All yours.
Lojo hit me up. He's got a Jackson by it kayak. Like, I've never had a good vessel in my own ownership that I could take out and sallywhack, as we like to say.
Sallywhack, man.
Is it gonna go up the 1v1 kayak challenge, or was it trashed?
Yeah, it's gonna go up.
Okay,
Yeah.
So you guys probably have seen that by the time this is released, but this is the most stable kayak I've ever been in. It's got a super wide deck, and Lojo decided he was gonna sell it. He gave me a really good price. But Lojo, could you tell me a little bit more about it before we pack it up and take it home?
I got it like a year ago. I got it from the guy at Jackson Kayaks. He basically just wanted me to try it. It was brand new at that time last year. But it's supposed to be just the most simple kayak. There's not a lot of bells and whistles on it, but it's super light, super functional, it's super wide. You can stand up on it. And it's still got little things like GoPro mountability and stuff like that. Andrew hit me up, he needed a kayak. Hey yo, did I call you Andrew? Is that what you call yourself on the channel?
Yeah, Andrew.
Do people know that's your name?
Yeah, well,
okay.
I'll explain it one day when they're older enough.
But yeah, he needed a kayak, so I said, hey man, take this one for next to nothing. It's a pretty nice little kayak, and hopefully he will do her proud and swing some fat sallies inside of her.
Amen. Well worded. We're about to load this thing up right now. I will show you guys a little bit more of the bells and whistles. It's pretty bare, but it does have some pretty cool little things that most kayaks that I've fished out of, probably all of them, did not have. We're gonna be able to fish a lot more waterways now that we have an actual fishing kayak. I'm super stoked. Lojo hit me up with the best deal ever. It's time to rip some sallies. What's up? Welcome back. This isn't the start of a video. It feels like we're starting a video because we just drove how many hours? I feel like 6. So last night got a little dark. I was trying to run this thing through for you guys, but the lighting, we got pooped on. This is most definitely better. Yeah, we're about to run you through my first fishing kayak and show you everything this thing has to offer. Before you click off though, I wanna let you guys know that we got this kayak so that me and my brother could float 30 miles. We're gonna float from one lake to another lake. It's an insane stretch, and supposedly there's potential to break a PB. My PB is right under 8 pounds. We wanna catch a gigantuous bass. We wanna catch a PB spotted bass. I think my biggest spot is right under 4 pounds. We're gonna be touching areas that people do not go to. There's probably gonna be a lot of big gators, a lot of crazy wildlife, and it's gonna be one of the craziest adventures I've ever done in my life. We're also gonna bring the most expensive thing I own with me, that camera, and I guess we're just gonna hope for the best, man. Before I run you guys through this kayak, let me show you a quick sneak peek at the series coming in.
This could be a bunch of doo-doo water. Yeah, it's a bunch of pipes shooting water out. Fish! Fish! Pretty good one. Right in the doo-doo water. Don't you get hung. Don't you get hung. Woo! Come here. Come here. Come here.
One of my favorite parts of this kayak is the very front has a lot of open storage. You can fit a cooler in there, maybe bring some drinks, bag of clothes in case you're camping, maybe even a personal diary. Moving on, we have these little notches right here. As a kayak angler, I've always had problems setting my rod down, and as I kayak, they're just like wobbling everywhere. It's really frustrating, but these come in clutch. And I had two rods. I had one sitting out this way, one sitting out that way. Wind was blowing, waves were hitting, rods didn't go anywhere, and I didn't have to worry about reaching behind there and putting them in the rod holders, which was banging. The second thing that I really enjoy about this kayak is the adjustable footing areas. You can really stretch out, make this place perfect for a 4-6 hour float. If you're a tournament fisher out of a yak, you can also put your little measuring tape right here. They built it just to hold that. As a YouTuber, one of the things that creeps in your head is this vessel going to be compatible with as many different GoPro mounts as possible? One thing I kind of want to brand this channel as is the guy who gets the shots that nobody else is willing to get. And this thing comes with an area to put on a depth finder, to put on GoPro mounts. These little rails right here, love that. Moving on to my absolute favorite part of this entire kayak. The actual deck of this kayak is massive. It's 35 inches wide. It really just has so much space, and I'm a big-legged fellow. I'm about 6'3". Most of the time when I'm in a kayak, I'm crammed. I don't really have a lot of room. Dude, this thing, if I get tired out on the water, it's been a long day, maybe the nibble is a little slow, the sallies are not cooperating. Oh, snap. You can take a nap in this thing, bro. Just kick it back, turn the GoPros off, question life. It's perfect. Seriously though, it's awesome to have a kayak that's stable enough to stand up. In my opinion, in the kayak angling world, this is equivalent to like a pontoon boat. It is so stable. When we were fishing, me and Lojo, I know I keep going back to this 1v1, but this is where I realized that it was so stable. 20-mile-an-hour winds, getting blown across. I was a freaking human sailboat. I was standing in 20-mile-an-hour winds in a kayak. That's really unheard of to me. Moving on, this chair right here, it's a pretty good chair. I don't think it is the best chair. There's not a lot of padding involved here. It doesn't really have any lumbar cushioning, which is going to be a problem for the old spinal cord. So the chair really doesn't have, like, right below the shoulder blades, it's just digging in there. The bottom is really not that bad. I'm used to sitting on hard rubber plastic kayaks for 6-hour floats, so that's really not an issue. Another cool thing about the storage though of this kayak is there's 4 little slots with little bands to hold in 4 different tackle boxes. I'll probably put my terminal tackle here, my plastics here, maybe a few hard baits and a few topwater. It's very easy to access them. One of the biggest, most frustrating things for me when I'm kayak fishing is having to turn around and try to reach all your crap in the back. Having all the lures that I'm going to be throwing, hard plastic, terminal, and top, all right here. You also have 2 cup holders so you can drink water as you try to avoid kidney stones from 14 Cokes a day. Everything's super simple. There's nothing really complicated or really expensive. Seems to be very easy to replace everything. There's a little paddle holder right here. You slap it down, this thing stretches over it, boom, it's in there. Here's one thing that I question about whoever made this kayak, and I watched a video about the guy who kind of designed it, was excited about it coming out. The one thing that kind of, I was like, I don't know if that's very practical. 4-inch by 2-inch square. He said basically, if you're in a school of swarming sallies and they're blowing up everywhere, and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to be throwing a topwater salmon, I have a jig on. Swing it up, bite it off. And he was like, where do I put my jig? Boom, right here. Lure platform. I just think that's a sure way to throw a $3 jig right in the water. I don't see why you can't just put it right there. Maybe put a little square in the middle next time, I don't know. Storage in the back is pretty simple. We have 2 rod holders that are actually pretty deep. We have another big area of storage in the back and another pretty big handle. So the storage, you know, same thing. Cooler, bag, diary, whatever you want. But last thing, the coolest thing about this kayak in my opinion is not only that it is insanely spacious and stable, you can transform this guy into another vessel. These chairs are really easy to remove. Oh my gosh. This entire casting deck opens up to a paddle boat. You could very easily put a Yeti cooler right here. And dude, there is so much area for activities. There's so much room. Oh, little granddaddy, this is not your yak. I'm really excited to try to see what this thing has to offer in the paddleboard shape. I'm a paddleboard kind of guy. I like standing, I like being above the water, seeing the fish before they see me. Also having like the sneak attack that a kayak gives you. We have so much cool stuff going on in this yak. It's my first, for real, fishing yak. I'm really excited to see all the sallies that we will be swinging together, all the big fish we'll be bringing in town. And yeah, dude, I just want to thank each and every one of you because I used my AdSense to buy this thing. So shout out to Lojo, shout out to you guys. That is a wrap on this video. I hope you guys enjoyed looking at the new yak. I hope you're excited for the series. I'm super stoked, and I can't wait to see what we can go out and catch, what crazy experiences we have. Just hope we don't lose the nicest kayak I've ever owned. I'll catch you guys on the float. See you there.